And let's bring in Wendy Donovan, the mayor of Wolfville. Mayor, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Roger.
Our condolences, a terrible loss for your community.
It certainly is, and that's really where our thoughts are right now with the family. And really, there are no words.
Do we know anything about what happened? Was it the floodwaters rose rapidly?
The floodwaters rose rapidly. We had a what I call a critical storm of high tide, which means in a coastal community like Wolfville, when the tide is high, the water has nowhere to go, so it quickly overwhelms our systems. We had a rain cloud that stalled over our area, so much more rain than we anticipated. And a storm less than a week ago that dropped about 100 millimeters of water. So the ground was saturated. So it was just the worst of all possible situations, something that came on quickly. Water had nowhere to go. And water is amazingly strong when you get caught in it.
Absolutely. Now, imagine you had teams ready and you'll be reviewing what happened, how it unfolded. But how does it look how teams responded to everything with all that? That's a lot to happen all in that short time.
That is, and I'm terribly proud of our staff. I know our firefighters, our search and rescue from Wolfville and from surrounding areas were all there. We had, I posted about an hour before a notice to residents to stay off the streets, to stay in the house. We knew that there would be flooding of basements and so on, but those things can be managed. But if you get on a street, and I think you are, not sure what park that is, or if it's even in Wolfville, but we had, one of our main parks, Willow Park, which used to be the town's harbor 100 years ago, was a harbor again. So it came incredibly fast, and we were telling people to stay off the streets and stay out of the parks. Because there comes a point that you cannot control what the elements will do.
Mm-hmm. Now it looks like you have some dry weather coming up. What kind of damage?
Dry weather.
What kind of damage are we seeing right now from all that rain and the flooding?
Interestingly, in Wolfville, aside from I'm sure dozens and dozens of houses that have flooded basements, we have not seen any significant infrastructure damage. Certainly, we have a large development at the east end of town that was that the roads were just being developed. There's no asphalt in the septic system, and the water system was not connected yet. It's very early in its stages. I expect they've had a lot of washout of the dirt that was just basically bare silt and bare dirt. And certainly we have lawns and driveways that have sand and debris, but we have not suffered any infrastructure damage. Now in our surrounding areas, Halls Harbor, I believe down in Cornwallis, I know that there was significant, also in Windsor, which is a neighbor of ours, significant infrastructure damage. So for us, it's property damage, individual property damage, but the worst part is we've lost a young child.
Absolutely, a horrific situation with that. But Mayor, thank you for updating us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.